Today, coming up on KMKC News, locals mourn the death of Pope Francis. We had the latest on funeral arrangements at the Vatican. Plus, who says you have to graduate high school before going to college? Find out why a host of little ones are on UMKC's campus and local fans aren't counting out the Royals despite a rocky start to the 2025 season. Fair, factual, and focused, KMKC News starts right now.
Welcoming Kansas City to the final broadcast of the semester for KMKC News. I'm Lily Page.
And I'm Maya Perez. We begin today with heavy hearts as the world continues to grieve the death of Pope Francis. Mourners are paying respect to the Pope at the Vatican as his body lies in state in St. Peter's Basilica. It will remain there for 3 days until his funeral on Saturday. Pope Francis' coffin was laid at the altar of the Confessio, a sacred space in front of the main tomb of St. Peter. Cardinals viewed the coffin in pairs, followed shortly after by the first members of the public who paid their respects. Pope Francis was the head of the Catholic Church from 2013 until his death in 2025.
Closer to home, several dozen of UMKC employees let their kids skip school Thursday, but it was for a good cause. Thursday was National Take Your Child to Work Day. It happens every year on the fourth Thursday of April. Throughout the day, parents and children were able to take part in several activities ranging from arts and crafts to science demonstrations. The KMKC crew had an exhibit. We showed some of the kids how to use the green screen and gave them some pointers on reporting. You can head over to our Instagram channel at KMKC News to see more content from the event.
You are watching KMKC News.
Yeah, it's
an Italian accent.
yeah, you can.
You're watching KMKC News.
Children of all ages were welcome at the event.
Wow, so cute. Love that. The wait is over. The commercial that UMKC students have been working on with the Royals for the last few months will premiere this Sunday. As KMKC reporter Sydney Bryant explains, students played very key roles in the process from start to finish.
Well, guys, this spring season is back in Kansas City, and that means baseball is too. Kicking off the Kansas City Royals premiere April 27 calls for UMKC Day at the K. Film and journalism majors at UMKC have partnered with Pine Tar Collective of the Kansas City Royals in creating a commercial involving Kansas City and the classroom. Students who had a hand in creating this major project were asked to pitch a story idea that promotes the prominence of education in Kansas City. As this project was being created, the Kansas City Royals helped students film and edit the commercial in which the journalism and film majors were able to experience filming and editing on a professional scale.
It's been really great. It's a collaborative commercial with UMKC and the Royals, and they put together a team of students to work on it. So we had our initial meeting with them where they kind of told us what they were looking for, and then we got to put our heads together, come up with a bunch of pitches, and now we're actually here filming it. So it's been really nice watching it come to life, being there every step of the process and really get to work with them and learn how things work more in the professional world.
Some students who are working on this project will be acting in the 30-second commercial. This is something that you do not want to miss. I'm Sydney Bryant, KMKC News.
Wow, what a wonderful opportunity for students. Well, Emily, I understand you were part of the crew too?
That's right, Maya. We've worked on this for the past few months, and I'm excited to see it premiere this weekend, especially since I've been a Royals fan my whole life. Speaking about the boys in blue, it's been rough out the gate. The Royals have had much more luck at the K than on the road. The team currently sits at 7-4 within the friendly confines of the Kauffman Stadium. For away games, they're 3-10. Although the team is below 500, it's still early in the season. However, fans are optimistic as they eye another World Series win during the 10-year anniversary of the 2015 title.
Absolutely, I think we got a shot of winning the World Series. No team is better.
It's a long season. Right now, the Royals are sitting at third place in the AL Central. Chiefs fans, the NFL Draft is finally here. 2 years after KC hosted the event, it will take place in Wisconsin. Green Bay is a host city this time around. This town is used to hosting Packers fans and whichever team they're competing against. But starting Thursday, hundreds of thousands of every team's football fans will descend to the city for the NFL Draft.
There are two main things that we look at that make this event very different from a Packer game. One is the potential size of the crowd. The other is just the size of the footprint.
Public safety partners are preparing for an estimated 250,000 football fans over the course of 3 days. We'll wrap it up with some running. Thousands of participants from over 120 different countries competed in the Boston Marathon on Monday. This was the 129th annual race. Kenyan runners Sharon Leketi and John Career pulled off thrilling wins this year. Leketi shattered the women's course record with a time of 2 hours, 17 minutes, and 22 seconds. In the men's race, Career won a commanding victory in a time of 2 hours, 4 minutes, and 45 seconds. Congrats to the winners and all who participated. We'll be right back after the break.
At UMKC, the city is our classroom,
Oh, hey, you free tonight? No, sorry, I gotta work.
where we come to learn who we are.
Are you gonna make it to study group tonight?
Not tonight, I'm working.
And prepare for the future.
Oh, hey, you're gonna be there tonight, right?
Yeah, I'll see you there.
Okay, fantastic.
Putting our skills to use for the world to see. The University of Missouri, Kansas City. The city is our classroom.
Welcome back. Choo Choo the rail car is headed to UMKC soon. KMKC reporter Adele Maupin has the latest.
A new chapter in public transit is opening for Kansas City, and UMKC students are part of the story. The extension of the KC streetcar aims to make everyday travel more accessible and connect students to all the city has to offer.
I think it will make it easier for students to mobilize themselves around the city. We are in a centralized location, and so I think it will be a great way to help students get from place to place.
The streetcar could open doors for students who don't have cars or don't want to deal with finding parking. For some, it offers something even bigger: opportunity.
It gives people an opportunity to branch out and to see what their city actually is, rather than relying strictly on their own transportation, or maybe not being able to get around because they can't drive or they don't have access. But having free transportation opens up like a whole new door for them.
For lifelong Kansas City and Oliver Goss, the streetcar's arrival near campus is more than just convenient. It's a sign of the city growing, and he's excited to see Kansas City step into the spotlight.
I've lived in Kansas City all my life, so seeing this come to the city is great, especially, with the World Cup coming next year.
With the streetcar soon to be up and running, students are looking forward to a ride that takes them beyond the classroom and into the city. The KC streetcar is coming right to UMKC's front door, and when it does, students will have just one more way to get to where they need to go, for free. Adele Maupin, KMKC News.
Next up, we're taking on Hollywood. Let's toss it over to our Entertainment Today host, Layla Stevenson.
Appreciate that, Lily. Viewers flocked to the papal film following Pope's death. Since Pope Francis' death, streaming platform saw a surge in views.
The Pope is dead.
Interest in the selection process led many to the film Conclave, which climbed to #1 on Prime Video in less than 48 hours. Data show Conclave viewership spiked to 283%. Let's hear from a UMKC student and see what they think.
I haven't really heard about the movie yet, but I think if I saw something about it on social media, that I would definitely watch it just to learn more about the Pope's process, because I thought it was really interesting how he just died so suddenly. So yeah, I'd definitely be interested in watching it.
Filled with papal drama isn't alone in the surge. Viewership of the Netflix Two Popes jumped to 417% in the same time frame. In the music arena, Kendrick Lamar is giving a new meaning to They Not Like Us. His nominations reflect a year of massive success and critical praise. Post Malone follows with 8 nods. Other top contenders include breakout stars and fan favorites across multiple genres. Of course, we had to check and see if any students around campus are following the awards show.
I mean, in terms of the year for Kendrick, it's been his year. I think he's kind of dominated the entire rap category for the entirety of the year. So I think it's, in terms of awards, it's very well deserved. I think he's pretty much going to clear it anyway.
The winners will be announced May 26th in Las Vegas, with Jennifer Lopez hosting. That's the latest for Entertainment Today. I'm Layla Stevenson.
Fair, factual, focused. That's our commitment to you, the viewers. We want to be very clear. This next piece is an editorial, but we also want to hear your feedback. Without further ado, let's get over to Dana Valenzuela for Valenzuela's Viewpoint.
Thanks, Maya. Let me set the stage first. The former NFL star Shannon Sharpe is facing a lawsuit
accused of multiple instances of assault, and sexual battery. The lawsuit was filed Sunday in Las Vegas, Nevada. In the suit, a Jane Doe accuses the popular host of the Club Shay Shay podcast of, quote, manipulating and controlling her during a nearly 2-year period. The woman says it began as a consensual relationship when she was 20 years old. She also accuses Sharp of a violent sexual assault and rape in October of last year and again in January of this year. The 56-year-old Sharp, through his attorneys, quote, categorically denies all allegations. So he's 56 and she's now 22. Let that sink in. As Aaliyah said, age ain't nothing but a number, but it's clearly more than that. Speaking of numbers, the woman is seeking more than $50 million in damages. Of course, in a court of law, Sharp is innocent until proven guilty. But if the allegations are true, and I'm tempted to believe that they could be, the former football star's media career could be sidelined. I mean, are we forgetting the Instagram Live incident from a few months back? Yeah, that's just my opinion, but what's yours? Let me know in the comments. That's all for Valenzuela's Viewpoint. I'm Dana Valenzuela. We'll toss it over to Shamaya Spates for Campus Chat. Hi, Shamaya.
Thanks, Dana. Hello, Kansas City viewers, and again, welcome into Campus Chat, the place where we discuss what's important to students, faculty, and staff on campus at UMKC. I'm your host, Shamaya Spates, and joining me today is Sailor Usher. He is the AVR coordinator for the School of Science and Engineering. So welcome in.
Hi, thanks. Glad to be here.
So let's get kind of started. I've been hearing a lot about what's like brewing over there, and can I just get you just to first give me a little bit about yourself and your role here at UMKC, and just what brought you into the world of AI and VR?
Yeah, when I got to school here, I was a student employee, and so I worked in the AVR showroom for 2 years, and then graduated and started running the lab. And so the whole purpose of it is to have cutting-edge technology so the students can learn to build things for it. So when they graduate, they have the skills to get into the workforce with a running start.
That's a good opportunity for students here. Mm-hmm. So let me just get a brief overview because I've been hearing a lot about it. So there's this new AI VR booth that's being installed in our new little TV booth. So what makes it unique, and what's all that about?
Oh, it's going to be really cool because there's a projector screen so that everybody else who's in the room can see what the person who's in the virtual reality headset can see. And we're building this crime scene simulation where people can have a teleprompter in front of them. Ideally, it's for journalist students, and then they'll get hands-on experience in the simulation.
Well, that sounds really nice. That's like a new technology. I haven't heard of that before. I've tried the VR, and it's kind of crazy, but it's good to see where it's coming from and where it's going to keep going. So, how kind of did this collaboration between SSE and SHSS come together?
Yeah, well, it was Joshua Jackson who was coordinating with the guy who's in my role even before I had the role. And then we've been talking about the project, planning it. We just hired 2 student employees to start working on it. And we're on our second update.
So can you speak to a little bit about your gaming developments?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so in my position here, I'm the advisor for the game development team. Mm-hmm. And we have an awesome executive board, a whole lot of skilled members. And it's a great resource where students can start to learn 3D development, because all the skills you learn to make video games are directly applicable to virtual reality development as well. So if you want to go on to do a PhD, I don't know what research you might do, but if you want to visualize it, I can say without a doubt all the students in the game dev team have those skills to serve on those research teams or go on to companies where they'll build immersive training simulations and things like that. But the game dev team formed just a little while ago. I think it was spring of 2021. And we've just been getting better and better and better at building games and adapting our design methodologies. And so now, every semester, we do a game jam where from 1 month, we start with absolutely nothing and then plan a game, assign tasks, and then work asynchronously to build it. And so this time they built one called Dress to Aggress, just kind of like the game Dress to Impress. Yeah, Roblox. But it's like half Operation, is it Project Runway?
It's I think.
So half Project Runway and then half Street Fighter. So imagine if in Dress to Impress, the clothes that you pick give you stat boosts for the fighting game.
Oh.
So you can move faster in some clothes, or you're stronger in other clothes.
Oh wow, that's kind of peaking to like me because I'm a gamer at heart. Like I think I need to come like down there. Like I did not know we had all these opportunities at UMKC. So hearing all this is like really great. We're putting a lot of people in like position to just keep going and be successful. People's fears with AI and VR, like how do you kind of tackle those who are kind of unsure at first with the technology and kind of make them, be welcoming of it?
Yeah, I think really when I start conversations like that, I just tell them I have kind of the same fears, the same considerations, because I'm always watching new videos of what Samsung's building, what's Google building, what's Meta building, and I try to have my eye on what will be in 10 years. And I think really what I remind people is that it's a very nascent technology, and we've seen a couple headsets that are where I think things need to go. For instance, the Quest Pro and the new headset, which was a collaboration from Google and Samsung. Most headsets sit on your face, and they'll totally separate you from the world around you. And I think that that's problematic for a couple of reasons, mainly because some people have astigmatisms, some people get dizzy quickly. Actually, everybody gets dizzy quickly, not some people. And there's this new form factor where it just rests on your forehead, and then you can see the ground beneath you, and you can see your body the whole time. So you have that really high fidelity frame rate from reality. You don't have to simulate everything. And everybody I've had try that hasn't been dizzy, hasn't been nauseous. We even have a haptics platform people stand on where you're like 2 feet up in the air, and it moves the whole world so you can feel the simulation around you. Like we have a F1 car that people race in. And even when you're in it like that much, if you get a little queasy, you can look down, ground yourself in the world around you, and then go back to everything. So I think if I saw things moving in the other direction, like maybe contacts or just like less ergonomic things, I'd be worried, but I don't think there's a company in the world that would go in that direction.
Well, that sounds interesting. I would love to come by and like stop and just kind of get like a little experience if I can. But just thank you for coming in. Looking forward to seeing what you guys all do with this program. And that's all for Campus Chat, and I'll see you next time. Lily and Maya, back to you.
Ever wondered what's hidden in the deep blue sea? Thankfully, we have explorers to do it for us. Recently, it was discovered in the hidden depths of the ocean, a vintage woody vehicle and a massive mural were found in a World War II shipwreck known as the USS Yorktown, an aircraft carrier that sank in 1942. So why was there a vintage vehicle in this wreckage? A theory suggests it could have been used by high-ranking officials for foreign port business. And the hand-painted mural? It was a massive 42 by 12-foot painting that chronicled the world travels of the discovered carrier. If an entire vehicle can be found in the wet abyss, who knows what else could be discovered within our lifetime? Maybe a PS5?
I don't know, but I'm going to say far away from the deep sea, especially from the fish.
I agree. Don't know what's under there.
I'm terrified of it, Nope. All right. Well, thank you all for joining us here at KMKC News, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button here on our YouTube channel.
And don't forget, follow us on Instagram and TikTok at KMKC News. We won't see you next time since we're approaching the end of the semester, but stay kind to yourself, rest, and as always, remember, stay focused.